Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Buster 210 from Kingdom 2096 and today we will be discussing and continuing our Defensive Master series. So the topic of the today's video will be about archer defense and I will be discussing about all the aspects regarding defending with archers. So let's start. First of all, if you didn't check the previous video in this series, then you can check it out from the I button section. I already made video on infantry defense and cavalry defense, so if you forgot or missed the video, then you can check it out from the playlist mentioned in the description. And let's start with the video. So if you're loving the content, then like this video and subscribe to the channel to join the family. So let's start. So first of all, there is a disclaimer about archer defense that we need multiple layer and high number of troops to defend with archer, because archer are the troops which are having least HP in the game, and because of the least health they are killed very early and they are vulnerable to death. So we need more of them to get killed in multiple rounds and stay there to get a defense victory. So the prerequisite of any better defense is we need infantry to be well and good, because infantry are the first one to take the hit. Every time the first hit is taken by infantry and some of the troops in which archers are also there, one type of archer is there. We need to work on the infantry first of all to get the defense better. Secondly, there are mainly 4 to 5 main stat of the archer on which we need to focus. So first of all will be archer basic attack and archer basic defense, then crit damage, crit rate, and archer health. Archer health is important because archers are having least health and they are not much we can say able to stand in the battle till the last. So we need to get high archer health also. So let's talk about the troop types in the archer. So there are two types of archer in the game. In the unit counter section, let us check it first. So the first one is ranged archer and the second one is crossbowmen. So ranged archers are the ones which are responsible for killing, and the crossbowmen are responsible for defending. So these are the two types, and you can also say that crossbowmen are defenders and ranged archers are offensive or offensive troops. So first of all we need to clear the things that which troops are killed by archers. So archers mainly kill T9 pikemans and siege, mostly all type of siege. Also in the unit counter relationship section, we can check in the advanced section that archers are having strong restraint against siege. So they are already good against the siege, and they kill some of pikemans also. Maybe it is less, but they can kill some of the pikemans. So these two are the targets of archers, and so let's discuss about all the stats and why defending with archer is very hard. Because to get the basic attack of cavalry, let me show you. So if you reforge it, then to get the basic cavalry basic attack or infantry basic attack, it is of purple color, and in the case of archers it is in orange color. So the color tells you how much hard it is. You can check it out that archer basic attack and archer basic defense both are in orange color. So these are already you can say abundant and very hard to get. Similarly, there are very least ways to get the archer basic stats like gems and some of the equipments like this, and we need very good gem work to make the archer basic attack and defense better. So they are very hard to make in the good defense, and after that crit rate, crit damage, that can also be done from civilization wonder or some gems are there. After that crit damage, for crit damage also we can do from magic house and some other places. And health is not that hard to get, but it is important in the case of archer because they are having low health. Let's compare it. So if we take T11 archers, they are having 16 HP, and if we check T11 siege, then they are having 28, and similarly for infantry T11, so they are having 21, and for T11 horses it's 22. So in the most cases archers are having least health in all the four troops, so we need high archer health also to defend well, because the only problem with defending in archers is they get killed much. So you need to think about it again before defending with archers. So let's talk about when we can defend with archers. So we can defend with archers when the opponent is using either archers or siege. And for siege also you need to have specific amount of troops which will be higher for archers, and not all the troops. First of all, I want to mention you that T10 archers are the worst troop in this game to be kept out of archers in the defense, because they are killed very soon. So if you have any of them, either send it out or kill it, because they are useless in the defense and those will make the damage on you higher. So now let's talk about other archers. So T11 archers, they are good in defense. Out of T11, T12, T13 and T14, you can say they are decent in the defense, and T13 archers also are decent in the defense, because they are not made for defense. They don't do give results in the defense. So T13 archers and T11 archers are decent in defense if you have good enhancement, then only. And so now let's talk about enhancements of the troop, and I will be telling you the most important skills of the troops out of four. So in T14 archers, we need to work on precise shooting and inverted arrow for better kills. After that, in the T13, we need to work on sparks and multiple strikes. After that, in the T12 archers, so here we need to work on advanced consecutive attack and critical strike. So in the T11 archers, we need to work on arrow rain and diffuse shot. Then T10 archers are not worth to keep in the castle. So in the T9 archers, you can work on alertness and aiming. So these are the skill you need to work to make the troops stronger. So for the archers, you need to focus on T12 archers and T14 archers. So for T12 archers and T14 both, you need to have good enhancement. First of all, because that is most important. And to kill siege, you need to have more of night archers and T14 archers also. So here they are. You need to make the enhancement of this T14 archers also very good, because they are good in defense, and if you max it, then it will be best for the archers to defend with, and they will be killing a good amount of troops if you are using the archer defense at correct time. That is important. After that, if the opponent is using siege, then you should keep night archers, these one, because they are very good against siege, because their skills are focused on reducing damage from siege, doing greater damage to the siege. So you need to have more of night archers to defend against siege. After that, let's talk about the heroes which we can use to defend with archers. So for every defense you need to have we can say best infantry, because better is the infantry, lower is the damage you are getting on other troops than infantry. So to focus on both infantry and archer, the best is King Arthur, because it gives us infantry basics also and archer basics too. So archer damage you can get, infantry crit rate you can get, infantry crit damage reduction. So King Arthur focus both on archer and infantry well. So for defense, I will personally suggest you to use King Arthur for archer defense, but you can also use Dio. So why Dio? Because Dio gives us a good amount of archer crit rate. So if you check the skill points of the Dio, you are getting basic attacks and then accuracy of archers. After that, if you move down, then this HP of eternal light troops 30%, then archer HP. After that, archer crit damage archer damage, archer anti-crit rate, and infantry anti-crit rate. Then infantry receive damage, archer basic HP, archer basic HP. This is the most, you can say, hard part of the game, and basic stats are already very hard. And in the basic stats, archer HP is also very hard to get, and there are very less places where you can get the archer HP. So, and then archer accuracy, then followed by basic attack, archer crit rate. After that, damage against siege and Knight Legion, soldier kill damage, and other crit damage like this. Many stats which are focusing on archers. So you can use either Duke or King Arthur, but I personally use King Arthur for the archer defense. And let's discuss from my battle report, which I just defended to discuss here for the video against archer. So here is the report. So the attacker is also archer based, and so I tried to defend archers against archer. And if he was using cavalry, then like the previous video I told you that I will either use infantry or cavalry. So this was an archer attack and I defended with archer. And you can see my basic attack, archer basic attack is very low. Archer basic defense is also very low. I don't have archer basic HP, and the attacker is having 1. So archer basic HP is very hard to get, and you need to have the stats focusing on archer to defend well with archer, because archer are very low on HP, so they will be killed. Here, as the attacker was also archer, so I didn't got much damage, but if the person was setting with the cavalry, it could be very high damaging for me. And also check this report, this one. Here I defended cavalry rally against siege, using siege. So I will be discussing this report in the next video about siege defense. So stay tuned, and if you love the content, like my explanation, then like this video, subscribe to the channel and share with your friends so that they can also defend well and understand the strategy of defending with archers and other troops also, because the series will be completed, I think, in the next week after the video of siege defense. Also stay tuned with the channel, because next videos will be about this event, equipment growth trial, and new equipments which are recently launched in the game, special reformation, night angel equipments, and also this new obsidian stones. So stay tuned with the channel. So keep yourself hooked with the channel by subscribing it and sharing with your friends. Thank you.